So we now own a woman and we took it from that guy.
Yeah.
What do we make the woman we own do? Oh, Legend Tour.
This would have been the Undertaker storyline.
So we guess.
But because we're playing as someone in that.
So this is the first time me and Stephen have seen this actually.
Whoa.
I thought about that as well.
Hey, Tori, what the?
Diet Teddy
I
Long.
was asked to come by the GM's office. You're just about the last person I'd have expected to see here. Don't tell me you're the new general manager of Smackdown, Coach.
No. The coach isn't your new general manager yet. But I have been asked to move over from Raw to take care of a few things during Teddy Long's absence. Now I know that all of you on SmackDown are upset about what happened to Teddy. But hey, life goes on, right?
I sure he's got a black casting couch in
WWE
this room.
Board of Directors has asked me to help out with superstar scheduling for the upcoming WWE.
Oh no, this is
Legends
Bischoff that does all
World Tour.
this.
It turns out that Raw's Muhammad Hassan isn't going to be able to make the tour.
He's a legend.
So, I need you to take his place.
I always assumed like that we need to put someone up to face all these legends.
I mean, can you imagine
Keith
the
Slater.
trouble that guy would have had at Customs?
Wow.
Dear.
Is that-
Oh dear.
Wow.
Appreciate the offer.
I'm going to hope that this was before that episode of SmackDown aired.
Until that happens,
Look,
Even then, that's.
the investigation of Teddy Long's attack is already
Bruh,
well in hand.
fuck man.
The problem with the Hassan character was that
It's not like
he was
you're
right.
actually a detective or anything, is it?
Ironically, he was like, isn't it like Italian?
Yeah,
The guy-
I think his name's
What are
Corleone.
the odds someone like
something like
you would solve it?
He did an interview with Chris Van Fleet. I haven't watched it.
I start to wonder if you might know more. You would be trying to get rid of
Tony.
me with this whole.
Sneezes into our bra.
Oh, you're not implying that the coach ran down Teddy Long. Ask anyone, and they'll tell you that the coach is an excellent driver.
What?
Cut to Simpsons him run. Ah! I would love to do it.
Of all time,
Or just making weird noises.
it's such a huge I decided not to put myself on it.
Wait for me.
Too much star power.
I think facing WWE legends would be a great chance to prove yourself.
See,
to
Tori
fans.
being there makes sense if you do her story first.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it
But if you
takes a
pick
lot
someone
of
like
time.
JBL, she's just
Plus,
there.
I don't think Coach is going anywhere
For the
for a
first
while.
one.
You can stay here and deal with him if you want, but I'd just as soon get out of here until he's gone.
Cool.
Listen, if I can get you on board and solve this
Those are very
scheduling
random
problem,
pictures in the background.
that's
Just a
going to make
tree
me
and some
look good for the board of
landscapes.
directors.
It's not always the case.
I also love the JPEG and the
I'll
laptop.
help you.
I think it's a Royal Rumble match, isn't it?
Maybe
I'll
not
see
years
if I
Rumble.
can't pull a few strings to get you a WWE
I think that
title
is
match.
rehashed that from like the Vince one for the Royal Rumble
You can do
storyline.
that.
Absolutely. You're talking to the coach.
Well, we know Taker can beat the WWE
For a
champion.
title opportunity, you got a deal.
You can really beat him up.
Boy, coach says you're welcome.
If it's Raw, it's Christy Hemme you're there with. And
So you can
again,
have this. You can have this either in Raw or SmackDown one.
yeah. It's all about, do you pick a wrestler who's involved in that particular story arc?
Just get experience for a cutscene.
No.
Oh, we didn't. So literally, that was the waste of an episode.
Like for example, if you pick Triple H and that first story with him as champion doesn't happen, you do the Legends tour.
Alright. By the way,
Well, that's a little bit deadly.
I could hear it. Is he still alive at this point?
No, he was dead.
ooh, okay.
What did this resurrect him?
It's a video game.
Yeah, but you know, go have some.
I do realise this. You shouldn't be facing the boy.
I do like them being like, oh, we could get British Bulldog to race Underdog. Like I told you, he's 81 years old and he's dead.
Do I make the joke? Fuck it. It's a dead man versus a dead man.
Tonight, we're across the pond in merry old England. I love visiting other countries, JR. You get to learn so much about their cultures. For instance, did you know that they don't actually have English muffins in England? And lorries are trucks. And birds have puppies.
What?
That's really fascinating, King.
Oh,
As you can
because
see, this
we
Manchester
call our
crowd
women
is
birds
fired up.
and puppies are.
Oh.
Town favorite, the
Yeah.
legendary British Bulldog in
What, the gorillas?
Boobies.
Should the Bulldog ever been a world champion?
I think so. At least, yeah, I think he should. Well, at the time, because it was only also like the one. This was like pre-brand and stuff like that. He's kind of in that sort of like same vein as sort of like people like Ken Shamrock and that. It's like I feel like they should have been for the world title, but should they really have been? It's like,
I mean, he faced Shawn Michaels enough times.
yeah. And it would have made sense. Well, I think if he was around in like the brand era, it'd probably be a bit more of a chance, so they can like pull in the British market.
A lot of people thought he should have been the first British world champion WWE.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it should have been William Regal. People thought it should have been Wade Barrett.
I think Ray should have certainly.
But the first British world champion was a Scottish man. Well, in WWE. Because obviously, there's been world champions elsewhere. Like Nick Aldis, I think, was the TNA heavyweight champion.
Yeah. And now he's NW.
And
Anyway, why was he in the sentence for the fifth time?
Drew Galloway was the TNA world champion.
Yep, and multiple other world titles at the same time.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of the American promotions that might not put the title on a British star. Who knows? Maybe Pete Dunne will become a world champion.
Yeah, I think he's a good package.
I've had 2 Irish world champions.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheamus.
Finn Balor.
And Becky Lynch, if you can
Oh,
do
yeah.
as well. Free. Taker.
Oh, it was his choice. Okay.
The Taker. You're not supposed to be dead.
I thought
Did
you
Taker
were
ever face the British Bulldog?
Oh. Fake British Bulldog. We had fake Diesel, fake Razor Ramon, now we've got fake Bulldog.
Oh, that would have been
Getting their money's worth tonight.
really bad. I don't think they'd go that bad. I mean, they tend to leave the... No, they don't leave
Well,
the
they
devil.
literally made it like an anti-Muslim joke like 5 minutes ago.
I was going to say they leave the dead alone, and then I remember Eddie ain't in heaven. Eddie's down there in hell.
They did that just for cheap heat. And then CM Punk with Paul Bearer as well. And that was always 8 years ago.
Uh,
Go ahead and say it, JR.
yeah.
I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
just Undertaker and Bulldog. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. Well, darn and blast. Ain't anyone in this damn cemetery dead. I didn't wanna
Okay,
cause
didn't know he could...
fuss.
Didn't know that was going to happen. I don't remember Undertaker versus Bulldog. It probably did happen.
I feel like it should have at some point.
Maybe in 1997?
Or even in the early 90s? I will look that up actually and see if that ever happened.
Yeah, Cage Match might be able to tell you.
So look up here.
Sure, but we had Undertaker versus Davey Boy Smith.
Even house shows or something. British Bulldog actually faced Taker for the WWE title.
Oh, by the way, that's another one for the low counter right there.
Oh, damn it. None of us were watching.
Yeah, you've had several matches. 90 and 91, 95, 97.
Must have been a WWE title. Was that on Raw or was it pay-per-view?
I don't know. Well, Taker only held it for like a week, didn't he? Taboo Tuesday, so that was it. Must have been what?
No, this Tuesday in he lost it to Hulk Hogan, but then in 1997 he was the world champion till SummerSlam.
November 30th, 1991, so I think that must have been right. I think that must have been the Raw in between Survivor Series and...
It would have been Raw, because Raw wasn't a thing.
Oh, not Raw. Well, whatever the show was.
Let's see what the finisher is. Bam! Running power slam.
Pat Ryan.
Look at me.
We could be looking at a pinball here, folks. That was like 2 and 6,
Wow.
JR.
Oh, come on. Ref, do your job. You can't be free, it's not difficult.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that.
You.
Again, it's also a character Taker. What the fuck, Rev? We'll just argue with the ref.
Well, American Badass Taker would do these things. That's the thing we need to remember.
Well, actually, while I quit Taker, he instead of like arguing with the ref, he just glares at the ref and the ref goes, "Woo!"
The ref runs up. Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's literally what they do. Like, Taker glares at them and then like, they go.
Be fair, it's a pretty natural relax, I think. We'll never do that.
And that's relaxing.
That's full reaction. Oh, Jaws. Oh, God, the Undertaker's staring daggers through me.
I still think my favourite like ref reaction is like Earl Hebner whenever like people try to stand up to him, like Triple H puts Earl Hebner and he just goes, "Fuck you!" He just pushes him back.
You've seen when Jericho wins the world title, he does the fast count on Triple H.
Yeah.
They're all doing that was done just to see how fans would react. Because Undertaker walks with his moves, I've got to make sure I'm in good position. I'm not beating the Bulldog with a tombstone.
Okay, we don't think you're going to make. That's not out of taste. It makes sense in context, not.
And there's the cover. 1, 2, 3. I think this crowd can. What a match. I wonder if we'll ever.
Oh, no,
I wonder if we'll ever see a
This
rematch.
headset volume. I wonder if it. Oh.
JR still commentates today.
Does he? I thought he retired.
All Elite Wrestling, the competition, and he's not anywhere near as good as he was.
No, Raw was his element. But I thought he retired.
He came back for a new company.
Right.
But I think he's past his prime. I think.
Yeah.
They really just should make Excalibur the lead commentator.
I mean, to be fair, he had a good like decades run. I think he.
Saying that, when John Moxley made his debut at Double or Nothing, that was the old GR.
Because he didn't get told about that.
You watched the Double or Nothing, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the only AW I've properly watched.
Oh, you're missing out big time.
That's
I assume you know what happened with the barbed wire death match.
Oh,
Yeah.
boogies!
That was something.
yeah, that's definitely out of character of Taker.
I told you this week.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart.
These are my bitches.
Just give us a minute.
But Tori, you bothered me, remember?
Yeah, you're my property.
Jimmy Hart. Did he have any interaction with the Undertaker?
God, at some
When
point.
Vince McMahon made me the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, tour general manager, I told him that I was going to put some
don't know
of the
when he-
greatest WWE
No, they were in the
W?
company at the same time.
against some of the top WWE superstars of the day.
WW. Okay.
He's from the
Thanks,
South.
Jimmy. I appreciate that. Especially coming from a veteran manager like yourself.
I was surprised how
You call
you
me
jumped
old?
in that match against the British Bulldog last week.
Bulldog?
I mean, after all, he's the former tag team champion, the Intercontinental champion, the European champion, and the Hardcore champion.
And he's.
You were
I thought he was dead.
surprised that I look good against the Bulldog? Well, Jimmy, all due respect to the Bulldog, he's one of the true legends of this business. But I'm a legend in the making.
Well, you know what they
2005,
say,
I see
one
Undertaker's
match
already
doesn't
a
let you
legend.
win. Anyway, tonight,
I can see why Hogan wasn't in the storyline as well. Or that did not make sense at all.
set foot in the WWE ring. And a man I know very, very well.
You?
He's a 5-time WWE champion and the greatest member of the legendary Hart Foundation. I'm talking about Canada's favorite son, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, these two definitely had matches.
The Hitman.
SummerSlam 97.
Bret Hart's one of the all-time greats, no doubt
I think
about
that was
it.
a great match to show what Undertaker was
And
capable
if
of
I
at the
beat
time.
him here tonight,
Taker's headlined a lot of
I'll
SummerSlams.
be one step closer.
Yeah, 1 year later he main evented against Steve Austin.
It was
And he faced himself a few years before that.
Oh, that was...
was Taker not a legend at this point?
Yeah.
Well, not in Legends in the WWE
He
sense,
was
but
still active, but yeah, he's considered a legend by fans.
still, yeah, technically legend.
And I gave it to him.
Sort of the same with like, Tom Brady, like American football was still going, but he's like one of the all-time greats.
A submission
Like Randy
match.
Orton currently,
Well,
to use a
it would be
modern
the
example.
first time Bret Hart tapped
Legend
out in Montreal.
by WWE's definition basically means like retired,
Sit around,
and
Jimmy.
I thought Jimmy disappeared there. Bye, Jimmy. Jimmy? Oh, he's gone already. There's not been nobody.
He stole my gimmick. So Brett in a submission match in Montreal.
Special guest referee, Earl Hebner.
Stephen, do you know of the Montreal Screwjob in wrestling?
No. Why?
This is
No, no.
Survivor Series 1997. Bret Hart's on his way out of the company, and he's the WWE champion. He faces Shawn Michaels, and he does not want to lose to HBK in Canada. So WWE are like, God, we can't let him go to WCW with our championship.
Oh, right, okay.
So what does he do? Bret lets Shawn put him in the sharpshooter. As soon as it locks it in, Vince says, ring the bell.
like legitimately out of off script.
Wow.
Dark Side of the Ring did a whole episode of it,
It's one of the most famous incidents in wrestling ever.
and a lot of people think, is it a work or is it a shoot? What side of the fence are you on, Swell?
Probably a shoot.
Oh, it's probably
I think it's a shoot.
knowing WWE, it's probably
Why
bollocks.
would Brett pretend to be so pissed off?
And man, what a show we got tonight, Cole. Some huge names in WWE history.
Yeah, I legitimately don't think Errol Hebner knew about the screw job until like minutes before the match started.
Everyone knows that Bret Hart has some very
Brett has said all along that he did not believe Errol Hebner would have screwed him.
likely to be an uphill battle for his opponent in this
And
I think Vince knew, Shawn knew, and Triple H knew. I think that was the three people that knew.
even Brett said that he'd be happy to like drop the title the next night on Raw instead of what was in Canada. Just give it to have one last victory in Canada.
Or not Shawn, of all people.
Yeah.
Undertaker said in an interview, he went to Vince and said, why didn't you just have him drop it to me?
Here you go.
And I would have dropped it to Shawn Michaels.
Looks like he gave it to the cameraman. Oh, thank you. He goes around with his shades on. Hey, look at me.
Just $500 or
Brett,
something.
cameraman, Hart. Here comes an astronaut. Brett, spaceman, Hart.
Well, here's a question I'm going to ask you. Who deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame, who isn't in it, whose name is not Owen Hart?
Probably a lot, but The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah,
Yes.
like,
He's the big.
Is he technically not Hall of Fame?
Not yet.
no pitfalls. My answer is Vader.
Oh, yeah, it's not one.
Darth Vader?
Well, I think this one's pretty
That'd be
much
some shit.
a foregone conclusion.
Oh,
The Undertaker himself.
yeah,
Is he not in the Hall of Fame?
not yet.
They didn't do it because there was no fans for the Hall of Fame this year. Kane's in.
You keep up
Literally this year.
you're gonna have a permanent link. It's crazy to think
What was? Oh yeah. There's still one very obvious person from the Celebrity Hall of Fame that's not in it yet. Where the fuck's Cyndi Lauper?
Oh yeah. The William Shatner and Ozzy Osbourne can go in.
Yeah.
The Celebrity Winner Hall of Fame is very shady.
Okay.
this job really is
Oh, yeah.
Ironically enough, Donald Trump belongs in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
To give Donald Trump in the world of wrestling, he has done a lot for the world of wrestling.
He was just
Okay.
because WrestleMania 23. This was pre-presidency, by the way. I mean, he was an asshole before that.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
But do you not remember the Donald Trump Vince McMahon hair versus hair match? Well, like the loser gets his head shaved bald, and Vince does head shaved.
Is it?
That match during like that
One of the
became like
most
the high,
Manias ever.
I think it was the high scores from WrestleMania at that point.
Until 28, Rock Cena managed to break that. Donald Trump hosted WrestleMania 4 and 5 in Trump Plaza.
is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool,
Oh, wow.
Well, to be honest with you, Trump and WWE getting along does not actually surprise me.
He is great friends with Vince McMahon.
I'm not surprised.
Two billionaires stroking each other's ego.
Yeah, that's,
And does that mean you've never seen Vince bald?
I don't pay a great deal of attention to wrestling.
Oh, give me a second. I will show you.
Meanwhile, I just won the match.
Oh yeah, there's a match going on.
What happened at WrestleMania 23 was brilliant. Stone Cold gave Donald Trump a Stone Cold stunner.
And he sold it awfully.
Doesn't matter, that footage still exists.
Yeah. And also, there's a bit where Donald Trump like tackles Vince and punches him, but he doesn't go. He goes. He like taps him. It's like the worst fake looking punches ever.
And we've seen some awful fake punches.
Okay.